Maybe not the best way to cope with the stress. I got accepted to MegaCon, sketched out the entirety of Hoenn, and I'm nearly done Sinnoh. You saw a little glimpse of the last couple of days, so I stamped the back of all of my maps. It's cheaper to do it that way rather than paying for printing on both sides. I actually just ordered a replacement stamp because the stamp stopped being as like crisp and clear. And then I also started the production of my bookmarks. I have 6 new designs, but 2 designs I've already like made and cut them all out, which is phenomenal. Good job past me for all of that. So I have only 4 designs that I need to finish cutting out, which I will actually be doing later today. But hi, hello, sorry for not introducing myself sooner. I am Cassandra Lynn. I run Oakleaf Arrow Studios and I primarily specialize in fantasy cartography with hand-drawn maps. I am prepping for my shop update, which is very, very soon. It's August 8th, so obviously by the time you see it, it will already be happening because we are finishing the prep work and then I will be packing the orders once the actual shop launch happens, which is very exciting, but very, very overwhelming. In fact, I actually have been so stressed about this shop launch in particular for 2 reasons. For one, it has one of my most requested maps, which is Lord of the Rings. And 2, I actually have an event happening at the same time as my shop launch where I will not be on my phone at all, so I will not be able to monitor my inbox, which is a little stressful. I had already chosen the date and started advertising before I had signed up for this event, and I didn't realize they fell on the same day until it was too late. I think it will work out for the best though, because I'm so stressed hoping that this launch will do good, that if I literally have something else to keep my mind busy while orders are hopefully coming in, then I should be fine. Maybe not the best way to cope with the stress, but I'm sure it'll be totally fine. Something else that is a little bit stressful, for one, I just came back from Gen Con. I hosted 5 map maker workshops there and I spent so much time with my friends. We played Magic the Gathering. I did a little bit of shopping. It was phenomenal, very, very fun time. However, that also shrunk the amount of days that I had to do all this prep work in. So I've just been like rapidly prepping for my upcoming shop release. But before I flew to Gen Con, I actually got news that I got accepted to MegaCon, which is very, very exciting. It's gonna be one of my biggest conventions thus far, or so I thought, until I got accepted to Fan Expo Dallas. So that's literally next month, which is crazy. I literally have only done 2 shows in the past, and both of them I also had very short notice to prep for, and this one is no exception. I have just over 30 days to prep. I would love to get some new maps finished up, and with that, I'm going to have to order a whole bunch of maps. So that is phenomenal. I'm so excited. Like, I am really excited. I'm so grateful to have been chosen to vend at Fan Expo Dallas. However, again, I don't know if I can function with such little notice. To be fair though, like I said, consequences of my own actions, because I applied for Fan Expo literally 2 a.m. I think the day I flew back from Gen Con. It was like 2 a.m. and I just decided, I'll apply. Just for, you know, shits and giggles. It's probably too late. It's literally next month, but whatever. Not even 12 hours later, they accepted my application, which is great, very exciting. But again, it's more stress. That is not the focus of this particular vlog. This particular vlog will be locking in for my shop launch, which again, I only have like a few miscellaneous things to do at this point. I need to put some stickers on all of my mailers. I just like having like my business name on my mailers. I need to cut some twine because of how I package. I wrap things in twine, and then I need to cut my bookmarks as well. So that's kind of the plans for the rest of today. And then I actually leave for the weekend. Like I said, I was going to be out of town during my actual shop launch. So I'm going to Tennessee for like a gymnastics camp. And then when I come back from that, I will in fact be packing up orders with you guys and telling you how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. Like I said, I'm very, very nervous for this update because I am wanting it to do so well, but I'm worried that it won't. I've been also working really hard trying to advertise. I'm so bad at social media and like marketing myself. So I've been trying to do a billion different things all at once. So I'm just gonna go and do one of the 3 things I had mentioned earlier, that being either cutting twine, putting stickers on my rigid mailers, or cutting bookmarks, or all 3, probably all 3. My shop launch wasn't quite as successful as I had hoped, unfortunately. However, I'm not actually that disappointed. I'm at the point where, honestly, I'm just so happy to finally have these maps out and available. And just because I don't get a bunch of orders like immediately on shop launch day doesn't mean that I won't continue to get online orders as my maps are now available, especially near the holidays. I also understand my maps are a little more pricey compared to perhaps other prints that are available, so people being able to immediately drop the money and buy them isn't as common, which is totally fine, because I also got accepted to Fan Expo Dallas, which means it's amazing that I have these maps available and I can sell them in person. Because I got accepted, I also wanted to create some more maps as quickly as I could, although when it comes to my maps, quickly isn't usually the word I would use to describe them. However, I did sit for like hours yesterday and I drew, well, I'm almost done with Sinnoh, but I sketched out the entirety of Hoenn and I'm nearly done Sinnoh. I'm going to finish it up tonight because I really want to get these to the point where I can actually start inking them, which is very exciting, although my paper is not coming in until Sunday. So this will be posted before then, so I won't be able to actually start inking, unfortunately. But the priority today is going to be packing my orders. I'm going to go ahead and get set up in my studio, go ahead and pack my orders. of the shop orders from this past weekend have been packaged up and they are ready to be shipped out, which is literally where I'm about to go. But I just wanted to thank everyone so much for your support during this shop lunch and during this update. Like I said, I have more maps already in the works and I cannot wait to get them all released. Honestly, this has made me think more about whether or not I want to do like regular shop updates rather than just putting maps in my shop whenever they become available, just because it was really expensive to like buy all of these maps in one fell swoop versus if I had just ordered them as they were ready and added them to my shop. I probably could have like recouped my expenses slightly sooner rather than let everything kind of stack up upon one another. And I think I started doing shop launches because that was expected of like, I feel like small businesses, that's something they do a lot. It's like a shop update where they take the time to promote everything and drop it all in one collection. But I think because of what I have in terms of my maps, they're not really art that I can like pump out quickly. And so I figured like I might as well take my time and just release the maps as they are ready. I think the only exception will be my next update because I'm trying to do Hoenn, Sinnoh, and Game of Thrones all in one go just because I need to get them ordered before a certain deadline before Fan Expo. So that definitely has me thinking I'll probably end up just like releasing the maps and sharing it with my newsletter and sharing it online rather than trying to do like one big shop update. Those are kind of my plans for the future, I think, and the format that I want to do. For now, I want to thank everyone once again for your support. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more studio vlogs or map related things, please do consider subscribing and also liking the video. It is the best way to support me as well. Thank you guys, and I hope to see you in future videos. Bye!